something that has been coming out little by little. We've learned more about this now, and it's involving our friends at Severin Films, Uncle Bill, who have had a
Hmm.
really good 2024 so far up to this point. We've talked about it numerous times
Yep.
on shows, but and I don't know if this is it a curse? Does opera have a curse when it comes to physical media? Because this is the first time that an opera edition has had a recall, but evidently there was an issue with the color grading, technical mumbo jumbo, whatever else. They're doing a recall on it. They want it to be the best transfer imaginable. So they're making it as easy as possible. If you ordered it directly from them, which I think that's the only way you could order it, they are sending you the replacement disc automatically.
I mean, here's my problem, and my problem is with them is not with this announcement because actually there's been talk about this for about what 2 or 3 weeks.
Since they started shipping them out, and
Yeah,
I didn't really hear anything definitive. And there's a guy watching on YouTube that literally couldn't find anything, and he's like a savant, I think is the word when it comes to
yeah.
picture quality. But evidently, it's just is it the UHD disc that has the color grading issue, and the Blu-ray is correct, right?
I
If they
think
want it.
so. Yeah. I mean, there's a statement. I guess I could actually pull this statement up and fucking read it. See, I actually was like looking for this on their site because everybody was talking about it that they had noticed this issue with the 4K, and like I kept going back to their site and everything and going back to Instagram and trying to find something about it, but nothing was up until I guess it was earlier today that they actually like first mentioned anything about it, or I'm sorry, earlier yesterday.
I mean, this is bad
And
news. Like, and the thing is these fucking and people will be like, "What the hell are y'all kissing Severin's ass for?" or whatever. But man, like, if you these companies release so much shit, the odds of them having at least one or two recalls a year is pretty damn strong, considering how much stuff. Now it sucks that this was like their biggest release of the year,
yeah,
you know. But I
that's
mean,
that's that's a big see, and that's the thing. Like they had so much momentum going into this, like, and they were just like on the cusp of fucking just killing it. And I still think, what they're doing is the right thing to do. So they're sending everybody their stuff anyway, and then they're sending a replacement disc. I mean, what else are you going to do, really? Like,
ten
you think
dollar send another one $10 gift
they
card.
could do that too, but it's like, I mean, it's not going to derail them or anything. They still had the best year that they've ever had, in my opinion. But like, this is just, they could have done without this. So I'm going to read this. There is some mumbo jumbo in here, but here's the problem. Like, the problem to me is a lot of people knew about this issue weeks before they announced it, and they probably should have just gone ahead and announced it, like because they had to know, unless they
Mhm.
just don't have anybody doing quality control there, which I don't believe. Like they've got to have somebody there that knows this
Well,
shit.
here's the thing: like when it comes to 4Ks, and this is like one of the big differences that I'm noticing is quality control for the 4Ks. It's almost like you have to inspect the discs with multiple players because sometimes, depending on the player, you're going to have different issues.
Well, that's
So,
exactly what this is about too. So it
yeah.
says here's the press release. Says Opera was color graded in the blah 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 color space with the intent to release the film in blah blah blah, blah HDR10 compatible with Dolby Vision. Unfortunately, the Dolby Vision file delivered to us was not in blah, 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 blah. After running several tests, we confirmed that on some UHD players, this had created a color inconsistent with our Blu-ray and have decided to issue a replacement. We've already begun the labor intensive process of reauthoring this new UHD disc, including the seamless branching of the two versions, which will be shipping mid September. So it's another month and probably a month and a half. You don't
Right.
need to contact customer service. We're automatically sending replacement discs to all customers. That's what they needed to do right there.
Mhm.
We've ordered Opera today, who have ordered Opera today. We're continuing to ship already placed orders, including those containing Opera with the original UHD disc. All these orders will be automatically receive replacement discs.
I think the big thing too, like basically what it's saying too, without going into it, their special color space was for C3PO, but they got sent the color space of R2D2, which was all jacked up. That's what I'm getting from it. Basically, no,
That's
seriously,
exactly it. Yeah.
I don't know I'm not going to pretend like I'm one of those fucking mouth breathing, slack jawed assholes from Blu-ray.com. I don't know what P3PD65 is compared to REC 2020. I have no idea.
The only person that knows what any of that meant is like Don May. He's probably sitting there like, oh yeah, the fucking 3PC9750.
The C3PO R2D2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the only one. But like, yeah, nobody really like on our end knows what any of that means, except for the fact that like on some UHD players it created a problem. That's basically
some
what
people know. We don't know because
we don't know, yeah.
But some people around know. They're hip to all that jive.
So that's, I mean, here's the thing about this though. They could have, I don't think they could have handled it any better. Like
Right.
they're shipping people's shit out anyway. The ones that are already the bad ones, but everything else out as well. And then they're sending you a replacement disc. Like, I don't know what else you want. That, like, it's not like they're shipping you a box that you're supposed to ship your disc back in, like those fucking dumb shits over at Screen Factory.
Making you take a picture of the cracked disc. They want you to break it and send them a picture of it.
Yeah, so you don't have to do anything. You just have to sit there. Here's the thing, though, man. It's been, I can't even remember when I placed that order, when we did that show and everything.
Around the first week it's the second week in July, I think.
They've got to, if there's anything about Severin that drives me crazy, it's this shit right here. They've got to do better with this shipping stuff, man. Hire more people, get a better system. I don't know what you need to do, but like almost everybody I talk to universally is like pissed off that none of this stuff is shipped yet. And this is two times in a row now for me that I've ordered something directly from Severin and it took forever to fucking ship. So it's like, I'm kind of over trying to do these bundles and shit, man. It seems like it's a good idea, but they're really fucking this up with the shipping. It's getting a little bit.
It does take a while. It for sure does.
I mean, the problem is you're talking about people spending $200-$300 on stuff, and you're not getting it to them for 3 months. That just ain't gonna, when it should be like not even a month. That ain't gonna cut it. It's just not.
Well, that's what I'm curious about, because they said that they were going to continue to ship this stuff out. I don't know of anybody that's gotten any of their. I think Matt in the Phantasmat in the chat is the only person that I have heard that's had their order shipped.
The only company worse is that Air 4444 because
I don't even know what happened to that shit. I ordered some shit from them too.
I ordered from them like a bundle from them, and I don't even know when that was. It's been 3 or 4 months ago. Like I haven't heard a damn thing.
Yeah, I mean that's the latest on Opera, and that, like we were saying, I mean before, that movie has a history of recalls. There was a gigantic recall for Opera when it came out to DVD too from Anchor Bay Entertainment. So it's interesting, and that was like a big thing. Like they did I got my copy of Opera, like the corrected copy, mailed to me from Anchor Bay Entertainment back in the day. So 20 years in between, maybe.
That is wild, though.
I'd like to tell people, thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury, and just love everything about it, right, Uncle Bill?
Yeah. You hit the heart button, then you hit the ass button, then you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So deadpitonpatreon.com. Join today. Tiers start at only $1, but I'd recommend at least the $10 tier.
You can do 50. The stock market's crashing around us, folks, but send us money.